Hey guys, welcome back for another video. This is a rare retest. Now you may have seen my review of this AVAPOW AP18 tire inflator the other week, and it was one of the rare cases where I had a product failure on camera. First time ever used it. Now, to be completely transparent, I contacted the company, of course. They saw the video and they were very responsive. They did ask for the video to be down, which I declined, and they were cool with that. So no problem there. Sometimes I have companies that get really irate and will never work with me again if I don't, and that's fine too, but they didn't. They simply said, let our team look at it. They sent me a return label. I sent the bad one back. They sent a new one in the meantime. They assured me that that was the first and only time they've ever seen that happen. So they wanted to be sure that I got another one to test, and we are going to do so right now. This is another brand new out of the box unit. Now this is going to be a really quick video because I've already gone over everything in length, seeing everything for the first time. So I'm just going to unbox it real quick for anyone that didn't see that. I'll show you everything, mention the features, and then we're going to, again, go out in the garage and test it. We have a nice, not hard, what's the word, rigid. A nice rigid case here for carrying it. I like to see these rather than just a soft bag. I don't have one around here right now, but this makes it really nice for putting in your car. It's not bouncing around. You can even sew some Velcro onto the bottom and stick it to your car carpet. It's nice. And in here, you've got all the accessories. We've got a nice length of attachment cable, and it's got a flip top, which I love to see. I like these a lot better than the screw-on tops. So I'll show you that in function. And this end screws on to the unit itself. And of course, if you don't want to use this, which I don't if I'm keeping one in the garage, but I do in the car because you hardly ever have to use the one in the car, I just leave it attached, and I always have a couple of these on the shelf. And let me find the seam for this wrapping real quick. So in here is just your charging cable and all the adapters for the different balls and rafts and whatever else you want to inflate. On the bottom, we have the USB charge port and power out. This does act as a big battery bank as well. And then we have a very nice bright flashlight, and I'm not going to blind myself again. Seeing if it has to be on, and yes, the main power does have to be on for the flashlight to work. Sometimes they're independent. I couldn't remember on this one. So you hold down the power button, and we've got the display. Now I ran into this on the other unit. It was very dim, and it is very dim right now. But once I charged it, it came up in brightness. And when I was using it, it came up in brightness. So it just may be a first boot kind of thing. But you've got your plus and minus, so you set your pressure that you want to go to. Once it's hooked up to your whatever you're pumping up, you just hit the center button and it should stop at that programmed pressure. And it does hold that preset or that pressure that you have it set to through power cycles. So you don't have to set that every time. You do get, let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a custom. So you get 5 different presets that you can select, and that's cool for vehicles like me. I have a motorcycle and a car that I use these to. Both the front and the rear on both vehicles are set to different pressures. So I'm using 4 presets just for that. So that's cool. I can just go, you know, car front, car rear, bike front. Now the tire one, ball one I should say, is a low pressure limit, but the custom one, the one with no icon, that you can go up on. So that would be my bike rear. So there you go. That's as simple as the device goes. Let's hold down the flashlight button. Okay, maybe you just tap it. Oh, God, I did it again. Thing is freaking bright. Okay, just tap it. We got a solid on, got a blinking, got an SOS, and then back to off. And it is a diffused white, and I'm not kidding, it is a freaking sun bright LED in there. And that is as simple as it gets. And you should hold it down to turn itself off. The first unit that failed, it wouldn't shut off. So I was on camera pumping up the tire and it just kept going. And it actually lasted over an hour. Now that was not under load, but that tells you how big this freaking battery is. I had to put it outside under some pillows because it's so loud. And it went for over an hour before it ran out of juice. So that's that. This screws on right here. Let's take it out in the garage and just make sure it works. So I've got it on my front bike wheel here. My only gripe with this, I love the length of the cable. This is how every one of these should be. My only gripe is that clamping down the connector is pretty tough. And it takes really two hands to get in there if it's a really tight space. I've had some units that are just a lot easier. You just pop it on, flick it down with your thumb, and you're done. But that's a very minor gripe. Let's turn it back on here, see what we were at, 37, 38. All right, so we gotta go 2 PSI. I'll do this in real time, and I'll turn down the volume so it doesn't kill your ears. Yay! It worked exactly the way it's supposed to. That was actually a lot quieter than I expected. Some of these get pretty freaking loud, but no, that's completely passable. And you can see that, well, maybe you can't just see the display, but to my eye, it's about twice as bright as it was. Again, just that first boot, but this is completely, you can see how bright it is even at super sharp angles. And it looks the same to my eye as it does here on the camera. It's almost like an OLED display. It's really nice. Oh, okay, there you go. See, when it's kind of like in standby, it goes to that dim. Hopefully that came through in the camera, but it just went down to like half dim. I have no idea what's going on there. And it also does have a very short time to auto shut off. So I would like that to be perfect timing. I would like that to be longer, because by the time you get to another wheel, even on a car where it's fairly fast, you got to turn the thing back on again. It should be like a 5-minute timeout. Anyway, that's it. So this one works great. This one is a very attractive price. Make sure you check for any clickable coupons to save yourself some more money. I'll put the link down below if you're interested. And got more videos coming right up. See you soon.